everyone. My name is Boka and welcome to a day in my life. I'm 24 years old and I'm the development manager of the Veloo Foundation. The Veloo Foundation is a charity and we help children of the Otlanchotlot garbage dump area, and I'm in charge of developing the ideas, the strategies and communications of everything related to our foundation.
Botanchimik works full-time employee as a development manager at the Veloo Foundation. She loves helping others and doing charitable work. Even though she was born and raised in Germany, her passion led her back to her homeland and to the Veloo Foundation in Mongolia. So, Buka, what are your plans for today?
So today is actually quite a busy day, a packed schedule. We have a new person coming in who's taking the communication specialist job. I'll be introducing him to the work, introduce him to the foundation, what we do, sign the contract, and he's gonna follow me the entire day. Besides that, at 11 we'll be going to an expo at the Shangri-La to find new sponsors, meet new people, introduce our foundation to them and see what they do for CSR. After that, we will be going to our kindergarten, and in our kindergarten, I'll be introducing the new person to our operations there, to the children, the lovely cute kids playing and working there, our staff members who work diligently up there. And then afterwards, we'll be going to the garbage dump, because everyone has to see the garbage dump if you work here at the Veloo Foundation on the first day, to see the living conditions there and what we're working for. And yeah, that should be a full day of schedule.
The Veloo Foundation is an internationally recognized charity founded by Julie Veloo in 2012. Their project in Mongolia focuses on providing a safe kindergarten environment for the children of families who scavenge landfill sites for survival.
So we're going now to the Shangri-La to meet some new sponsors, maybe, potentially, and introduce them to our foundation.
Please tell us about yourself.
I was born and raised in Germany, in Berlin actually. Grew up there, lived there for 15 years. And my mom actually moved back to Mongolia when I was 14 years old because she established her own hospital here. And a year later I moved after her to Mongolia. And that's when my life here started actually. I enrolled in hobby school because I couldn't speak Mongolian, and it was actually one of the more affordable schools here as well, and education-wise it was pretty decent. When I first came here, I had quite the culture shock because it was different from anything I've really seen in my life before. There's actually a really big joke with my mother. When I first arrived, I asked my mom if there was an earthquake here or any kind of natural disaster. Keep in mind I was a little child, you know. And my mom was like, "What do you mean?" And I told her, the roads, they're all broken and the houses are all broken as well. And my mom was actually, "No, that's just Mongolia, welcome." And I was like, "Oh, okay, I see how it's gonna go from now on." After I did my high school here in UB, when I was 18, I moved to Japan to do my bachelor's degrees in a little city called Beppu in Oita Prefecture. And I lived there for 3.5 years. And I studied the strategic organization and management with a minor in marketing, and focused actually more on NGO marketing and brand management. We're about to arrive here at the Shangri-La. Quite excited actually. We're gonna go to the Coal Expo, meet some mining companies, which are really big here right now. So what we're gonna do actually today is meet some of them, introduce them to our foundation, ask them what they do for CSR. CSR, if you don't know, means corporate social responsibility, which is a very important thing. Ask them what they do, and introduce them to our foundation, what we do, and hope to see if they will accept and become a part of our sponsorship program. So come, let's go.
Вагнерацаага одоо студиос компанитэй food, right? For the past like 3 years, they give us like a lot of food.
How's your first day?
Pretty good. Interesting, actually.
So we've been here now for around 2 hours and our goal was accomplished. We have met with current sponsors, said thank you to them. We have met with new sponsors and talked to for new development programs that they could do and help us with, as well as how we could help them to increase their CSR. So we are finished here, we are wrapping up, and now let's go to Narni Huhtut Kindergarten.
As she mentioned, the foundation's main project is Narni Huhtut Kindergarten.
Nicole? Okay. So our kindergarten, Narni Huhtut Nik, or Narni Huhtut 1, is located on the right side of the Osanchotot garbage dump, which is the biggest landfill in UB. Our second kindergarten is located on the left side, exactly at the main entrance of the garbage dump. And currently we're going on our way to the first kindergarten, which houses 120 children right now. And as time goes by, we will enroll a few more kids to reach our capacity of 150 children, because some parents, they just enroll very late, or they forget, or they have children who are not of age yet, and then after a few months they will be of age, and then we enroll them and take them in.
The project is designed to help elevate the suffering and neglect of the most vulnerable and marginalized children in an Ulaanbaatar neighborhood, whose residents make a living and feed and clothe their families from items scavenged from the rubbish dump.
I've worked in actually worse conditions, I would say. Like, this area is only bad during the winter due to air pollution, which really affects me because my body is not used to it. But besides that, during the summer it's very nice. So, welcome to our kindergarten, Narni Huhtut 1, or Children of the Peak Sanctuary. This is our little beacon of light that we call it. And here we house most of our project. You see here our kindergarten right there on my right. That's our main building. And behind it, we actually have our first building, which we call our our care kindergarten.
At the moment, 150 of the most seriously disadvantaged children who live in this community of approximately 250 families are being fed, cared for, and educated 5 days a week at the sanctuary. These children previously spent most days alone in a ger, often with little or no food or heat, being cared for by their 6 or 7-year-old siblings, with their parents scavenging at the rubbish dump for food, clothing, and fuel.
All this dirt right now is gonna be gone, and it's gonna be gravel. Yeah, so the kids can run, play safely instead of like inside dirt, you know. Yeah. We actually asked parents while they're scavenging on the garbage dump to bring certain elements with, like, to us, so that now we have this wall where children like can interactively play things like this makes this kind of sound, this makes this kind of sound, you know? And this is good for children's like approach of sound and texture and everything.
Did you know that this kindergarten is built from 2 innovative 7-meter diameter fiberglass skirts that are joined together by a small cement block building? The sanctuary also includes a 4,000 square foot modular building that was donated, a small on-site house that is being refitted to serve as the Breadwinter's Community Library, a paved play area, and a wonderful outdoor playground for the children, along with an outdoor toilet, guardhouse, storage shed, and a gear for the children of the Peak Foster Care program.
Thanks to the help of Julie's sister, Fran London. She bought in like a bunch of like silk and materials. Semeno. Semeno. Echeseno. 누구 힘이 되지 기자 못해? KTG. So we also make these kind of tails. Just like traditional ones for kids like this. Our pride is like our eco bags, right? So we have like these ones. They're different colors, different sizes.
What did you do before Veloo?
I went back home to Germany and I got employed by Audi in Ingolstadt, which is the headquarters of the company. And I worked there in the international management and marketing sector. I was happy there. Like, I really liked to work. I got a lot of experience out of it. And they paid me well as well, I guess. But I think after working there for a year, I thought it's not what I want to do. I didn't see a cause, like why am I working there? Am I working that for someone's new car, luxury car that they have? I do love cars, I love Audi as a company, but like it wasn't me. So I decided that it's no longer a good fit for me.
What do you like to do in your free time?
I love horseback riding, so I really like to go horseback riding outside in the countryside. Just a month ago, I did a horse trek for 3 days. I went camping and just on horse, exploring Mongolian nature. That's what I like to do. It's just like a little bit of freedom. That's what I call.
What do you love most about Mongolia?
I love Mongolian nature the most. It's just beautiful. Like, I grew up in a country where if I would walk freely down the road, everything would be gated. So even if I go horseback riding, it's gated inside a gated community. So it's not much to explore, I would say. There's a lot of things to do, but exploring is different. But here in Mongolia, I can just go out of the city and walk without meeting a single person or a single gate holding me back. That's what I like.
Tell us about your childhood.
Growing up, it wasn't always easy. But I grew up in a way where, because I'm Asian, Mongolian, right? And I grew up in a country that's predominantly white in Germany. And everything is beautiful, but I kind of grew up in a way that I wasn't German enough, Growing up, I didn't feel like I was a part of the community. Even though I grew up in a very white neighborhood, I always felt a little bit off and odd because of my Asian heritage. So when I came to Mongolia, I thought it's gonna change as well, but it didn't. I was too white. I was raised on Western beliefs, so I was too white to be in Mongolia. And that also caused a little bit trouble for me in identifying myself, especially growing up as a teenager, as a TCK, which we call third culture kids. So I always had this identity crisis growing up, which I still do have.
Why did you start volunteering?
The first time I actually volunteered was with my aunt. She works for Oxfam in Germany, and she took me with her to one of the events, and there, I was 12 years old during that time, 12 or 11, 12 years old-ish. There, when I was there, I was helping her out. Of course, it was an event, so I was doing little things. But then it was actually the tagline of that event was, every 3 seconds a child dies out of hunger, out of war, or illness. So when you're 11, 12 years old and you've only known one way of life, which is the more privileged, the Western lifestyle, I felt ashamed of myself as a little kid, you know. I was ashamed of taking everything I had for granted.
What is your future plan?
I want to go back and study and do my master's degree, because in my field of NGOs, humanitarian work, master is very important. So I'm looking for a good master's program that I can attend. And after my master's, I actually want to take on a new adventure and go to Africa, more specifically to the Democratic Republic of Congo.
What is your life motto?
I think that a person really can change the world. You know? It's about your attitude, how you look at things. Because if you look at things positively, I think you naturally will learn to make the correct decision, not only for yourself, but people around you. I think that every person is a little drop, and once you go into the ocean, it ripples. So it means like if you put one drop of yourself into the ocean, that other people will follow and make the positive change as well. So that's what I live up to. I try to be positive and make a change for the better.
That's great.
Now we're going up to the garbage dump, to the Lancholo garbage dump, which is the biggest garbage dump here in Newquay. And the road is actually quite tough, as you can see, so hold on tight, I would say.
In Ulaanbaatar, there are 3 main garbage dumps. Every day, garbage from the city is sent to these areas. More than 1.4 million tons of waste is disposed of in Ulaanbaatar each year, and only 24% of it is recycled.
A lot of these families, they don't do this because they want to do it, you know. As you can see, like nobody wants to do it because it's a fun work, you know. They do it. A lot of them, they're actually nomadic people, herders, who had only a few handful of like stock, and because of the harsh winters or like the drought or heavy rains, they lost their animal, and they have no other place to go than coming to the city. And in the city, because they lack the education, they have no other choice than being here. And a lot of those people also, they don't have registration, which is a really big issue. That's why those kids cannot go to school, they cannot get health care, they can't get anything that a normal person who's registered in UB would get. So what we actually do is like, we even take kids that are not registered here in the city, and if they give us their birth certificate, that's good. We just need like, you know, some identification. And as you can see, like, imagine little kids. When Julie came in 2010, little kids used to be here half naked, running around in minus 40, 50 degrees, you know, and in the summer running around with their parents, like the scavenging the garbage dump. But now actually there's no kid under the age of 6 left at the garbage dump anymore, because we, like right now, I'm used to coming here. This is my 4th time in 2 months to come here to the garbage dump, and we go here, we see the people. If we see little kids, like what we just did of school age, we tell that to another person who takes care of kids of the school age. We tell them there are 2 kids on the garbage dump who are school age and not in school. We have to take care of that. We see little kids, we take them and we tell the parents, we are a kindergarten, you can enroll them for free, you have to pay for nothing. Just get your kids out of here and to the kindergarten, to a safe environment.
It may seem like there is a little hope for the people who live in these conditions, But thanks to people like Buka and the Veloo Foundation, there is still a beacon of light at the end of the road. As Buka says, treat people how you want to be treated and never lose hope.
Dust and grain and spoiled champagne. I've got troubles, I've got sins. I'm my worst enemy, but I've still got a lot to give. So I said, hey, don't you wanna come and run away with me? Hey, won't you come, won't you come? And say by chance, don't you want me? A man who fully understands a sailor.
Yeah, this was one day in my life. I'm really sorry it's all been work, but currently my life is work. Work is life currently for me. But thank you for joining. I hope you enjoyed just having a peek inside what I do in a day. And bye.
And you'll never find yourself in love. You're wise enough. I got troubles, I got sins. I'm my worst enemy, but I still got a lot to give. So I said, hey, don't you wanna come and run away with me? Hey, won't you come, won't you come? And say by chance, don't you want me?